Clear out their whole base, and they still won't let me join. I tell you what, hey guys, it's me, your friendly neighborhood Pokemaniac, coming back at you with another episode of Pokemon Platinum. In the last episode, we done did it. We got to Team Galactic HQ, and we cleared them out. We took them out like yesterday's garbage, lickety-split. Now, typically we'd have a sense of urgency because Cyrus still ran off with the red chains he created from abusing and torturing Uxie, Mesprit, and Azelf, and he said that he's going to the top of Mount Coronet, and normally we would follow in hot pursuit. But you know what? I think Looker's still on the case, and he's going to be doing a fine job. And we've got some bits and bobs and other loose ends that I want to tie up real quick before we actually chase after Cyrus. Not only are these kind of out-of-the-way places, but they will yield excellent results for us, I promise you. And while I was flying, I noticed that some of my Pokemon are not exactly healed from that, from Galactic HQ. So, being the responsible trainer I am, I will be right back. You hope to see me again. I hope to see you in court, lady. Are we back? Okay. Anywho, guys, so we are back in the lovely Floroma Town. We're not technically here for Floroma Town, but we're going back to a place that we are so intimately familiar with, and that is the Valley Windworks. Windworks? Yeah, I sure hope it does. You can't teach that kind of comedy. But more importantly, it's not necessarily the Windworks that we're back here for. What we are here for, though, is something nearby, if that is any indication. So anyone who knows about this area should know what we're gunning for. And there are two things, actually. The first thing, now that we have Surf, you could miss this entirely, but I highly recommend you don't miss this because it's so easily accessible. But why would you come back here? There's just no reason to, unless, you know, their berries or your Munchlax tree is over here. But we get the electrizer. We get the electro thingy. This object is a hold item that will cause your Electabuzz to evolve into Electivire. So pretty handy. If you should pick that up if you want an Electivire. But much more importantly, and definitely more missable, if you come back here, you can get TM24 Thunderbolts so we can shut them down. That's right, guys. We now have TM24 Thunderbolt. Now, you could have gotten this previously, prior to Surf, if you wanted to gamble and, at the game corner and build up enough coinage, I suppose, to get it from the prize table. But you can just get it here for free, and we really had no use for it. Well, maybe not no use for it, but Shockwave has served Maytag for so well for so long that we never really needed this. And actually, I'm kind of sad overall to see Shockwave go because it's so reliable, and there were so many Pokemon that tried to do, like even Docky's Pokemon that tried to do the, evasive strats on us, raising their evasiveness, and Maytag could just come in there and mop them up like it was no big deal. So, kind of the end of an era. I guess as long as we want it to be. If we do decide we need Shockwave again, we do have that in TM form as well, so we can reteach it should the spirit take us. But we are also not done with this delightful little area, the Windworks. If we head on over here, if we cross the bridge, I don't know why we couldn't have gone over it. Or, maybe Autumn could have just jumped the bridge or something. That would have been cool. If you come over here, this is something you can really miss because you have no reason to be coming back here during your time in the Windworks. And if you just forget about this place, I don't blame you. But welcome to the Fuego Ironworks. Ironworks? I sure hope it. Yeah, okay, yeah, you get the picture. Over here is an area which, honestly, my first, couple of playthroughs when I first got this game, I had no idea this place existed, which might have been for the better, if I'm being honest. You can come over here, get some unique Dockies over here, pick up some berries. We got some Weep Hair berries and some Kelpsy. Kelpie berries. I guess that's fine. I was trying to make some joke about Kelpsy, but I don't have a pun. I got nothing. There's nothing in this noggin for you. But if we run up here real fast, okay, Route 205, this will dump us off right next to the Eterna Forest, where we met our old flame Cheryl. I remember those days, you know, before we met Cynthia. Now Cynthia's the only one for us. But say hello to the Fuego Ironworks, and don't be tricked or lulled into a false sense of security. You're still going to need your max repels because you can run into Pokemon in here. Namely, you can run into Magnemite, which phenomenal Pokemon. We've been over Magnemite before, and I can't recommend it enough. Go ahead and pick yourself up one. I love that Pokemon. Arguably my favorite Electro-type Pokemon. But then we see the gimmick here, which are these spinning floor tiles, which I don't think we've seen in 4th gen up to this point, but if you have played the Pokemon series, you're familiar with the spinning floor tiles, particularly if you have visited the Team Rocket bases. Honestly, this place isn't that much of a puzzle, if I'm being totally honest. There's some trainers in here too that we can which actually, okay. We're in the Ironworks, right? So we could probably put Autumn up front, but you know what? We're gonna throw Donzaloog up there. Let Donzaloog get some training in here. I work in the Fiery Foundry. You bet I'm hot and sweaty. What? Who starts a conversation like that, man? I'm 10. I don't want to hear about how hot and sweaty you are or your boggy parts. And Worker Dylan, once again, just really fighting against the stereotypes about playing Pokemon and being a working man at the same time. You can definitely do it. He's got himself a Matchap, which, yeah, it's not too threatening because it's a Machop. We probably could have had Morbeak up front, honestly, but I was expecting fire types, some Fuego types, which Fuego, if you didn't know, is the Spanish word for fire. The Japanese word for fire is he. It's spelled H-I, but that's neither here nor there. Which kind of doesn't make any sense because, like, depending on how you use it, it changes because, like Hokage, you know, if you're a Naruto fan, and let's be honest, if you're watching Pokemon content, you're probably an anime fan, and if you're not, you can probably start with, like, Naruto or something. But anywho, like, Hokage literally means fire shadow, and so when it's used in conjunction with Kage, it's pronounced Ho. So, look, I don't claim to be a polyglot or a professional linguist. I just report the news, all right? But anyway, I burned out. Look, buddy, I'm a kid. I don't have time for your hot and sweatiness and your burning out and, you know, dead-end job and whatnot. Man, I hate it when they give me too many options. Let's go this way. If we head up here, we can get ourselves a nifty little calcium, which is a vitamin, which I don't know why that's just lying in here. And if this is a workplace, why are there spinny tiles? I feel like that would be just absolutely devastating for productivity. And, like, you'd get sick on the job a lot. Honestly, props to these guys for working here because Lord knows I would not be working here if they had spinny tiles. I would quit my job immediately to go find something. Like, look at this. Like, you're going to get sick or, you're going to, you know, trip and fall down on the job and get hurt. This has got to be an OSHA violation. But then again, we've seen enough workplaces in the Sinnoh region that we know there's not a OSHA here in the Pokemon world. Well, it's not often we get a visitor like you at the Ironworks. Yeah, I would be amazed if you got any visitors based on your location in the stupid floor tiles. Let's mark the occasion with a battle. A fiery hot battle of passion. All right, I'm putting words in Worker Holden's mouth, but anywho, oh, there it is. Okay, so he's got himself a Magnemite, which Magna might not be able to hit this thing. Okay, we are going to have to switch out. All right, and good thing Maytag is all decked out in stove mode, stovetop mode. Well, I guess it's hang on a second. I am an electric-type Pokemon. I should not be able to get hit by a Thunder Wave. Yeah, so that's a little changed. I'm surprised we haven't encountered that up until this point. You can't get paralyzed as an electric-type Pokemon in later generations, funny enough. But hey, we're in Gen 4, baby, so we're going to get paralyzed by Thunder Wave. In later generations, like, electric-type Pokemon can't even get hit by Thunder Wave. It doesn't even work, which is interesting to say the least. But, okay, we get a little bit of EXP. All right, and Holden's going to send out another Magnemite. What are you holding there, bud? A bunch of Magnemites? Oh, I am on one today, I'll tell you what. And lock on. That's a little concerning, I suppose. What's this Magnemite gonna... Oh, we're paralyzed. What's this thing gonna hit us with? Place your bets. And it's just Spark. It's just Spark. It's not even an OHKO move. I thought we were gonna get hit with, like, I don't know, Fissure or Sheer Cold or something like that. And what are you... Maytag. Buddy. Oh, Magnet Bomb. All right, that's not gonna do anything to us, honestly. Just, again, being part electric type. That was a crit, guys. But we land our Overheat now, and even with our reduced special attack, I don't think we're having any problem with that. Magnemites, while they're very sturdy on the defensive end, special defense is not their forte, as it were. And Maytag on level 42, which is nice. Tannenbaum getting the experience in there. And last but not least, another Magnemite. I suppose we can throw Warbeak out here. Now, hear me out. This might not seem like the greatest idea because, you know, it's, oh no, it's a electric type Pokemon. You can't throw your bird out there. You will recall that Magnemite is also part steel, so that is going to pale in comparison to our close combat. Now, we could have come here a little bit earlier. Well, I mean, like, as soon as we got Surf, we could have come here, which would be a little more reflective of our levels, but we did not. We were too wrapped up in our little adventure to strike out immediately for the Fuego Ironworks. But we're here now. You know, Tannenbaum can get some extra experience before we continue on. Fire! Oh, I forgot his voice, and then while I was trying to do his voice, I didn't get to read his dialogue. Most unfortunate. But what is fortunate is we can come down here and get ourselves a red shard, which is nice. And okay, they're trying to deceive me here. So obviously this is the area we want to get to, where, you know, this guy is, and this menacing looking furnace is sticking out of the ground. But if we go down, I think that's gonna screw us up. If we go to the right, it's gonna pop us right back up here. So our only option is to go up and keep going. But as I was saying before, we got a ride here. Okay, this is a good guys. As I was saying before, there is aside from all of these items in here, like, we can find a bunch of different shards, and we found a calcium already, which is super nice. I'm not going to complain about that. Sneak around here, grab ourselves a green shard, so we're getting every color of shard. There is another item that we really, really want from here before we continue on our way. Oh, and our repel wore off. We're going to get that back up, because as much as I love Magnemites, I'm not trying to deal with them right now. And we want to go this way, I suppose. Yes, and we land right in front of a barrel. And, hey, okay, there we go. If you check... Now I'm going to have to check every stupid barrel in the whole entire Sinnoh region, because that one had a star piece in it. Oh, come up here, get yourself a Firestone. This is what... who am I kidding? You're not going to be using that. All right, moving on. Okay, now things are getting real complex. I'm not liking that. Look at that. Like, okay. It's kind of similar with, like, the ice puzzles for me. I look at that, and I sigh. All right, this just looks like a discombobulated cluster of nonsense that I'm gonna have to sort through, and it just makes me want McDonald's for some reason. But we're gonna have to do it. It's not too hard if you actually sit there and think about it and, you know, map out the path, but it's the fact that you have to sit there and think about it and map out the path. And what am I, Docky? Okay, so if we go to this bottom one, it looks like we're gonna hit that upward one, go to the right, and then hit the next upward one, go to the left, hit the upward one, and then we're back to where, ooh, and then we go even further to the left up there. So that's probably not the route we want to take. If we go hit that middle one, it's going to go to this upper one and then the left over there. And if we go to this top one here, it's going to take us left, and it's going to take us down, and then it's going to take us left, which looks like it might land us somewhere like a stopping point. So Let's start from the top, work our way down, I suppose. And we get spinning. Okay, this is good, honestly, because that gives us time to slowly, carefully. I feel like I'm walking around landmines. For a rock incense? Huh. I did not know that was in here. But what a rock incense does, other than I think it increases the power of rock type moves, is it's a breeding item. I don't know why they decided to do this, but if you give it to a Pseudo-Wudo, that's how you get a Bonsly egg. And so speaking of eggs, well, his head looks like an egg. We got another battle on our hands. Are you maybe getting annoyed by where the floor panels take you? Yeah, oh my god, he read my mind. It's like he knows. Well, he would know because he works here. Worker Conrad. But maybe he likes it because he hasn't stopped working here, that's for sure. And it's got a Magmar, the butt-headed... I don't even know what the heck that thing is. The butthead himself with the... Like, you know in Simpsons when Homer or Barney, like, burps? That's what his lips look like. Put him right next to Meryl and awkward looking... awkward looking mugs, I'll tell you what, in a 4th gen. Because, like, oh my gosh, like, his eyes aren't even on the same level. Oh my goodness, you are just a mess, aren't you, bud? But we put it out of its misery. And Don Saluk's got a current level 42. Oh my gosh. All right, and with that, Conrad has been defeated. Oh, I'm going down in flames. All right, you're also probably going to go down on the job. You can probably bust a knee or something because this is not good working conditions. And with that, guys, honestly, this place isn't too much of a labyrinth. It's kind of a little side area, but we come over here, and what do you have to say for yourself?
Well, hello. It is not very often I get a visitor here. Do you know my brother, the Poketch guy?
Yeah, say hello to Mr. Fuego, which is that's a powerful name. Like, of all the, like, Pokemon Prof and Underground Man and the foot guy, footprint guy, Mr. Fuego. Actually, it was probably his legitimate name since it's called the Fuego Ironworks, and B, that's just a really cool name.
I tried to make the Ironworks run better with moving floor type.
Yeah, oh my gosh, you failed, bro. Like, hardcore. I almost died, puked, and filed a complaint with, well, if I don't work here, do I file a complaint with OSHA, or do I? That's neither here nor there.
But no one was happy about it. They said the moving floor made them dizzy.
Yes, my gosh, yes. It's
but you don't want to listen to me whine. Here's a souvenir.
Are you going to change anything about this? And hey, gives us another star piece, which is interesting because
my Ironworks make iron by removing impurities from iron ore.
Yes, I assume that's what Ironworks would do.
In the process, we find a variety of colored shards. If you'd like, we can trade star pieces for these shards.
Okay, so this is really cool. In previous games, star pieces were literally just sale items, kind of like, nuggets were. That's all you could do with them. But in this game, okay, pros and cons of this. So pros, star pieces have a secondary use in this game where you can get shards. And he will give you, for a star piece, one of every different colored shards. So regardless of which shards you need, he'll give you one of each. So you're always going to be getting one of every single one, which is super nice. Don't get me wrong. The downside, you have to come back to the Fuego Ironworks, which, first of all, out of the way. You can't fly there. And second of all, once you do get here, you have to navigate this stupid labyrinth of McDonald's colored, I almost said flavored, McDonald's flavored floor tiles that, you'll memorize the path, but it's such a waste of time to go through this whole rigmarole that it's just not worth it. But we did pick up a star piece. Well, he just gave us a star piece, and he's going to trade it back to us. But it's kind of funny, but they had to do that. So, you could guarantee to have one. And we found one in that barrel earlier. So, yeah, why not?
So there you are, red, blue, yellow, and green. Shards in different colors. My Ironworks would be nothing if there was no iron. And that is why I'm always thankful for nature supplying me with iron.
All right, and yes, we are interested. let's just get some more shards. May as well. We're never hurting for money. Okay, so we have 3 shards. Maybe we have more. We're just gonna keep going until, you know, he stops trading us. Yes, there you are. Wow. Okay, we have quite a few star pieces, I guess. Do you have any star pieces? Okay, so there we go. We had 4 or 5 there. That's more than I initially assumed. But aside from Mr. Fuego here in front of the burning hot furnace, which is, you know, probably where they melt down their iron ore to, you know, make their iron and get the shards and stuff out of it, we get what we actually came here for. TM35 flamethrower. Once again, you could have gotten this in the game corner if you wanted to spend the time gambling or spend the money getting, you know, just buying the coins and then going over to the, you know, prize building and snagging it from there. But that is 2 incredibly good and incredibly important TMs that we got. Very close to each other. It is so worth coming over here. I did not want to continue on until we got these because this is going to make our, well, it's going to make the rest of the game much better. We are going to teach Flamethrower to a Pokemon. I bet you can't guess who it was. It's Zuko. And because Zuko has had Flame Wheel, I think. Yeah, he's had Flame Wheel for an awfully long time. And if I'm not mistaken, Zuko's nature, which we can't really see here right now, Zuko's nature favors special attacks. And I mean, 95, 100% accuracy, possibility to burn. That's way better than Flame Wheel, like by far and away, even if Zuko was a physical attacker. But with that, I would say Zuko is nearly optimized. He's got some dang good moves. And now that we have Maytag nearly optimized as well with T-Bolt, I think that was awfully successful. And now, only now, are we ready to go take on, well, give chase to Cyrus, who has told us he has gone to the top of Mount Coronet. I guess we can assume to torture more, you know, legendary Pokemon. So I feel like we should just go put a stop to that. That's a lot of weight on a 10-year-old shoulders, but I don't know. As a steward of the Sinnoh region, I suppose we should go help out with that. And Fuego Ironworks, home to Molten Foundries. No legendary birds, unfortunately, here in the Fuego Ironworks or at the Valley Windworks, both of which you know, different works, but Windworks kind of like the power plant that we didn't get in this generation. But with that, guys, we are going to end off the episode right here. So if you liked what you saw, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, like, dislike, whatever you're feeling like. And until next time, I will catch you later. Thought there'd be something back here. My item senses were tingling again. Running in the doors. Running, here's some more. Running in the doors. Running indoors. Pokemon Gen 4. Pikachu?